Beneath the hills of Kentucky, in the absolute dark, a man named Floyd Collins was fighting for his life. His story would become a national obsession, a radio-age tragedy, and cement his name as the greatest cave explorer ever known. In the early 20th century, Kentucky was gripped by the cave wars. Spelunkers and landowners fought to discover and commercialize the most spectacular caves for tourist dollars. Floyd Collins was a master of this underground world. He had already discovered the stunning Great Crystal Cave, but it was too remote to be a success. So in early 1925, he set his sights on a new discovery, Sand Cave. He was determined to find an entrance that would put him on the map. On January 30th, while squeezing through a narrow passage 55 feet underground, disaster struck. Collins dislodged a 26-pound rock pinning his leg. Then a cascade of gravel and sand buried him, entubing him in a space barely larger than his body. For days, it was a race against time. His brother Homer and a few brave rescuers could just reach him, bringing food and water. They could talk to him. The world outside became captivated. This was one of the first major news stories broadcast on the new technology of radio, and reporters descended on the scene, turning it into a media circus. Hundreds of spectators gathered at the cave mouth, their campfires melting the cave's internal ice. The resulting water dripped onto Collins, soaking him in the freezing temperatures. Then, after 4 days, the unthinkable happened. The unstable sand and rock passage leading to him collapsed, sealing him in completely. Now he was utterly alone, with only a hastily run electric light for company. The rescue mission changed. They would have to dig a shaft straight down to him. For over a week, volunteers dug with pick and shovel, their progress agonizingly slow. A scientist rigged an amplifier to the wire powering Collins's light, listening for the crackle of his breathing. Then, on February 11th, the light went out. The crackling stopped. When the rescue shaft finally broke through into the cave on February 16th, they were too late. Floyd Collins had been dead for 3 days, likely from a combination of thirst, hunger, and hypothermia. He was just 3 days from salvation. In life, Floyd Collins was an ambitious cave explorer, but in death, he became a legend. His tragic story captured the nation's heart and highlighted the perilous allure of the unknown. His tombstone remembers him as he wished to be known, the greatest cave explorer ever known. A king of the underground, whose final discovery was a tomb that captivated the world.